Well, Ellis, obviously we had a conversation before about your past history with bodybuilding. But
Yeah.
what initially sort of sparked that interest, and how did it evolve over time?
You know what? I was working in a kitchen after like sixth form and stuff, and then I was always going to the gym just as a thing, and then literally out of nowhere they were doing like an apprenticeship doing it. So I was like, I'll jump on that. I like working out, I like being fit. If I can make it a job, that'd be sick. And then I think just like watching YouTube and stuff. Genuinely, there's a lad called Christian Guzman, I don't know if you know him at all, and he does like a summer shred, and I was like, oh, that's sick. And then me and a mate, Darian, he went, I'm going to find us a coach and we're going to do it. I went, yeah, go on then, do it, as a joke. And he went, I've done it, I've got us a coach, let's do this. And his name was Alan. And it was literally, he went, right, I'll come meet you guys, 12 weeks, let's do this. And it was literally like that, just spur of the moment, nothing out of it.
Yeah, and we sort of spoke a bit earlier, but body dysmorphia is such a huge factor. Usually, like people's obsession to look a certain way, look a certain image.
Yeah.
Like, has this affected you?
Massively. Yeah, still now. Like, if you spoke to my missus now, she knows. Like I'm proper well comfortable in my own skin now, but I still like today, getting a fresh haircut, making sure I look good and stuff. But then even just walk around the house, if I catch myself in the mirror, I'll go, oh, I could look better. I could look shredded all the time. Then I'm like, yeah, it's massive. Yeah, constantly over like second guessing yourself. But
so just going back to about obviously your obsession to look good all the time and stuff, like it's natural, it's normal.
Yeah.
But before, you obviously told me that you used to compete and stuff. Do you want to talk a bit more about that as well?
Yeah. God, going through that it was a weird time in my life. Like I said, it was like having another job, but the weirdest kind of job that you isolate yourself from everyone and you make it your world. And again, like I said, it was so unhealthy. When I look back now, I would genuinely, if I could, there's not many things, if I could speak to my younger self to say don't do it, that'd honestly be one of the things I'd say don't do it, because you stop looking at food as food, you start looking at it as macros and the fats, the proteins, the carbs, when am I eating it, what am I eating, and it becomes just a purpose food. And yeah, and even still now, like I used to constantly be on my fitness pal, tracking everything. I don't do that now, I haven't done that for a good year or so, but when I'm out and about, I'm still like, oh, that's fried, I don't want to have it, I need to have grilled meat and stuff. And it takes years for it to get out of you, but it's almost like you get triggers still sometimes, so it's still working with that, but way better with myself now with it all.
Yeah, just obviously it's good that you've recovered from all that, but what sort of drove you over the edge and you sort of said to you, stop, I'm not going to do that anymore? Yeah,
like I said, weirdly enough, and then speaking to people that were at the top of the industry, which was quite lucky, just speaking to people and them saying, look, it ain't worth it if you ain't going to win. Like I said, if you're not willing to go the extra mile and start doing drugs, start doing testosterone and tren and all this, and I was like, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready to start ruining my, like not having kids any days because I can't produce testosterone or sperm. I'm not willing to mess up my lipid profile. I'm not willing to risk it for that. And I was like, you know what? I've actually got a good network of friends around me. I've got football, I've got my running, I've got so many things. I was like, I don't need this. I never had this, so I don't need it anymore. And that was kind of that.
But even now, would you still say that social media takes a big part on you staying in the gym cycle and stuff? Like, does it spur you on, or
you know,
anything you see across social media, or if you've watched Love Island before?
Oh yeah. You know what? It actually gets me angry now, in a weird way. Like when I see it, what really gets me is when I see people saying, if you want to grow this or you want to look like me, this is what you do. And I instantly always go to the comment section now, because I know there's someone commenting saying, yeah, and just take loads of tren at the same time. Because I now know that's the reality. Like, I genuinely know 99% of all these influencers are on something, but they're not open about it. Like there's some lads I still follow now who are openly on it because their mental health. They're like, I need to take it because I will never look good enough. But then I know these lads that are like selling fitness plans, deluding people. I'm just like, it actually gets me angry still. It's like a weird motivation, but it actually gets me angry now, if anything.
Just last question, just more on this, like taking performance enhanced drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
either in the past or now, like, have you ever considered taking any steroids to look big?
Definitely. I've been genuinely so close into. There's a lad called Thomas Moore who I follow still to this day, and I was like, oh, I could do just 75 milligrams of test it like 3 times a week. I could work it like massively. Now, not so much, because like I said, now I'm past it. Like, got kid coming and stuff, and I have a family. I don't have any risks of not being able to like produce testosterone and stuff. But yeah, coming back in the day, like doing it all. Once you come out of a cycle, everyone's like, this is the time to do it now. You're really primed to start taking it. You're like, maybe, but nah. Because I know a couple of people that have done it and then instantly cycle straight back off it, because they're like, I felt angry all the time. Like, I felt bad, and I was like, wow. But really close. But now I'm just like, nah, it's a boys' game basically.
We'll run out of questions now. That's perfect.
Yeah, sound like it, man.
Thanks so much.
That's alright.